A pleasant good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Mustang, as we're excited to bring you high school baseball action this afternoon right here on the Cox Channel. I'm Steve Marshall. Mike Zickenhorn is alongside. What a great day weather-wise. You did good with the weather today.
Unbelievable. The last week we've had freezing rain, snow, earthquakes. It hadn't even felt like baseball weather. Today it feels like baseball weather.
We've got two very good baseball teams here, Mustang and Norman North. Norman North won yesterday 3-2 over at their place. We're back at Mustang today.
Yeah, it's getting to that point of the season. District play really heating up. These teams are battling for second and third place right now, and just about a dozen games to go, so wins are very important.
Should be a great game. We're looking for a great atmosphere here today at Mustang. The weather's fantastic. We hope you enjoy our telecast here this afternoon of high school baseball. It's your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week, and it's coming right up. Stay with us.
This is Rose. Rose was destined to be different, to be a small business owner. She chose Cox Business because we're different too. We got to know Rose. Now she has the internet speed to keep business moving and the voice features that keep her connected.
Dessert Rose Bakery. Oh, hi.
It's just another way we do business differently. Make the switch to Cox Business.
Hey, Dad. Something's up with the Mustang. It won't go over 65.
Oh, really?
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Mom, something's up with the Fusion. The stereo won't go very loud.
Really?
Dad, when I'm in the Escape, all my calls go straight to voicemail.
Really?
With My Key, you let parents stay in control even when they're not there. That's Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now current Ford owners can drive a Fusion or Escape and get $4,000 cash back plus a no-charge Ford Protect maintenance plan only at your Oklahoma Ford dealers.
And we are happy to be with you here this afternoon, Mustang and Norman North on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Stepping into the batter's box right now is the pitcher for Norman North, Parker Tipton. First two batters have been retired. And quickly to work is the pitcher for Mustang, the lefty, Braden Corley.
He's not going to overpower anybody, Steve, but very consistent pitcher on the mound for Mustang, and the guy you want up there to throw strikes for you today, especially with the wind blowing out and keeping the hitters off balance.
1-1 pitch on the way. This one is just a little bit low, and the count goes to 2-1. This is about the best weather day we've had in I don't know how long.
Yeah.
By far.
Maybe since last summer?
Maybe. It is perfect out there. Next pitch is a little outside, and the count goes 3-1.
I think we've had a couple of 70-degree days mixed in there, but it's been so many 30s and 40s. After that, you kind of lose sight of it.
And then it's the wind's blowing 25 to 30 years. You never know. Springtime in Oklahoma, that's the way it goes as this pitch is fouled back. And the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Leadoff hitter Grant Randall grounded out to the shortstop. Dalton Smith, the catcher, popped out to right field. Parker Tipton stands in now with the full count. Corley gets the sign and brings it to the plate. Just got a piece straight back.
A little bit high, got away with that high fastball. And Tipton just couldn't quite catch up to it, but kept his hopes alive by fouling it straight back.
Outfield shades him just a bit to pull. Infield is deep, ground ball. In the hole, it's short, tough play. Shortstop ranges over, not going to get there in time. Good enough to call that an infield hit for Parker Tipton. So he reaches first base with 2 out. That'll bring up Jalen Smith, the left fielder.
Mason Lowe had to go really deep in the hole. And by the time he got the ball, it wasn't hit that hard, but just enough to drive Lowe deep, and then he was speeding down the line, and Tipton beat the throw for the infield single.
Smith stands in. Cade Raper, the designated hitter, on deck. Lefty on lefty here. The first pitch is a little low. Oh, no, they called it a strike.
Kind of like what Corley's doing. He's starting out with some first pitch strikes. And that puts you right on the offensive as a pitcher, making the batter now know that they've got to attack.
Corley stands all the way to the farthest part of the rubber to the third base side. Next one, ground ball right back up the middle. Easy play, take it yourself, and the first of the top half of the first inning is complete on the ground ball. They got 1 hit and nothing across otherwise. So nice force out there. Look at the young men doing battle this afternoon at your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Thanks for joining us. Along with Mike Ziegenhorn, I'm Steve Marshall and the rest of the crew. Here's a look at the Mustang lineup. They'll be sending up Cole Embree, right fielder. Mason Lowe's at short today. Logan Glass will be your center fielder. Your designated hitter is Dax Fulton. Tanner Tweehouse is the third baseman. Noah Barks behind the plate today. Corley is the pitcher. Connor Oldham is your first baseman. And it's Austin Alleman over there at second base for the Mustang Broncos.
Yeah, Logan Glass in that 3-hole, plays center field. Probably the strength of their lineup right there, Steve, and good spot to have him batting third. And there you take a look. Outfield, Jalen Smith, Peyton Vineyard, and Connor Scott for Norman North. And on the infield, Luke O'Leary, Grant Randall, Annan Finley, Hollis Huff, Parker Tipton's on the mound, and Dalton Smith is behind the plate.
Talk about this district. Both these teams reside in District 6A1. Edmond North still unbeaten in district play, 16-3 overall. And then it's Mustang and Norman North fighting it out for second place. Edmond Memorial is fourth, followed by UConn, Midwest City, PC North, and PC West. So they break it up into district play. Don't really have rankings per se. I think they still run them in the Tulsa paper?
No.
No? Okay. So I thought they did that last year, even though nobody else was.
Yeah.
You can make your own guesstimates. Obviously, Westmore would be somebody that would be up there. Enid on top in District 6A3. They're 15-4 overall. Owasso, of course, right there near the top, 17-4 on the season. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Here is the leadoff hitter for the Broncos, as Cole Embree stands in for Mustang to lead things off here in the bottom of the first. No score. First 2 pitches miss outside the strike zone. So Embree ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. That one goes over Embree's head, and now the count quickly 3-0.
Parker Tipton got a base hit in that top of the first, and he has to come out and throw. And 4 pitches, and Embree walks just like that.
That's what they tell the leadoff hitter to do. Get on base any way you can. Get something started, and that'll bring up Mason Lowe, the shortstop.
We talk about it all the time. It'd be interesting to note to see if Embree comes around to score, you walk that leadoff hitter. A lot of times they will score, and Tipton still has not thrown a strike.
Low on the season. I have him at 2 home runs on the year, 17 RBIs, a very solid 478 average. Gonna flare one out into right field. Outfielder had him played perfectly. And there's one away as the runner returns to first base. 1 on, 1 out. That'll bring up Logan Glass.
Nice job by Connor Scott, the right field. Sunfield out there right now, Steve. He's almost looking directly into it. And when he initially looked up, you could see his sunglasses. And I thought, man, I hope he could see that ball or it could get by him. Nice grab.
Glass's numbers, 5 homers, 23 RBIs on the season on .516 batting average. You don't see that many home runs. But Mustang, apparently, from the stats given to us, a team that does have a lot of power in their lineup. Next pitch, breaking ball, misses outside.
I went to those composite bats about 6 or 7 years ago, and it really impacted the home run hitting of a lot of teams.
Shade him toward right field. He drills one in that left center field gap. That's going to get down to the wall. Embrey round second into third, and they're going to bring him home. Throw to the plate's going to be offline, and it's 1-0. Solid single by Logan Glass in that left center field gap. He gets the RBI as Embrey comes around to score to make it 1-0 Broncos.
I tried to get an inside fastball by him, and Embrey just turned on it. Or rather, Glass just turned on it, and huge hole out in left center. One or two hopped the wall, and Embrey didn't hesitate. He came all the way around from first base, and there you go. That leadoff walk comes back to bite Tipton.
Dax Fulton stands in. He's the designated hitter. He grounds one over to the shortstop. He'll go right over to first base. Runner advances to third, does Logan Glass. And there's 2 away, and that'll bring up Tanner Tweehouse, the third baseman for the Broncos.
Fulton, the DH, he threw in the game last night as they lost to Norman North 3-2. Did his job. He moved that runner over, get him another 90 feet. Got your third baseman, Tanner Tweehouse, up to drive him in.
Getting a big hole out there in left center field. Breaking ball is just a little bit tight. Runner at third, 2 away. Broncos have a run in, lead it 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Next one from Tipton is fouled straight back. And the count even, 1-1. Next pitch misses, so the count goes to 2-1, 2 outs. Tanner Tweehouse with Noah Barks on deck, and there's a shot down the third base side that's foul and out of play, and that'll even up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Tipton trying to mix it up on Tweehouse. Wow, that was close.
Tipton thought he had it. Kind of gave the shoulder shrug like, man, that was right there. Now the full count. Brings it home, and it's fouled again. The next 3-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball. Third baseman takes a step back, fires across the diamond, and gets the runner, and the side is retired. But Mustang gets a run. We've played one, and they lead it 1-0. We'll take a timeout and continue with more of your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
How do you become America's best-selling truck?
Come on, Briggs. Wait for your pitch, kiddo.
You give it best-in-class towing, payload, and with built-in Wi-Fi,
Yes!
the best seats in the house.
That's how it's done.
Just like his grandpa.
Even better.
That's Ford, America's best-selling truck 41 years straight. Now get a new 2018 F-150 STX with 0% for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash, only at your Oklahoma Ford dealers.
Everybody work out, feel the energy. Build a better body, that's what you can be. Better body, easy as 1, 2, 3. strong abs, lean back, tight buns, love to run, strap crunch, chest fly, pull those arms over high. Better body, easy as 1, 2, 3 with Total Jam.
Back at Mustang, Steve Marshall, Mike Ziegenhorn. 1-0 our score as the Broncos got a run there in the bottom of that first inning. Head out now for the top of the second inning. Pitcher for Mustang this afternoon is Braden Corley. And let's take a look at the defense for the Broncos.
Left field, Dawson McKinney, Logan Glass in center, and Cole Embry in right. Glass and Embry combined for that run in the bottom of the first. Infield, Dewey Haas, Mason Lowe, Austin Allman, Connor Oldham, Braden Corley on the mound, and Noah Barks behind the plate.
So leading off for Norman North, it'll be Cade Raper, the designated hitter. He'll be followed by Connor Scott and Hollis Huff. First one is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner. Next one on the way, swing and a miss. Quickly ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes.
Corley continues to get ahead of the hitters. They said in that first inning, he's not going to overpower him, but he can spot the ball up, very consistent, throws a lot of strikes. And we'll keep him off balance with a good changeup. Good breaking pitch.
Next one on the way. Little protective swing there. Fouls it back. Coach said he's a crafty left-hander.
Aren't all left-handers crafty?
I think so. Unless you're Randy Johnson or Steve Carlton or Clayton Kershaw. Swing and a miss. Ball does get loose. Have to throw it down to first base, and he is retired. So first out of the inning, strikeout by Corley as Raper goes down, and that'll bring up Connor Scott, the right fielder.
Now, buddy, number 1, Scott.
Stay hooked, keep talking, here we go.
Well, nice job by Noah Barks. Pitch was low, he dropped it and took his time, got out in front of the plate. Was able to throw the runner out easily at first base, and the first strikeout of the game for Corley.
Hey, slide your way.
Next pitch, swing and a miss. One pitch from Corley. Took a lot off of that one. Snuck it in there.
Well, he's dealing right now. He's just, whatever he's throwing up there is a strike.
Well, and he's all around the plate, too. That always helps. 1-2 pitch, skied off to the right side. It's going to stay in the ballpark and is caught by the right fielder. Good job by Cole Embry. And quickly, there's 2 away as Connor Scott pops out in foul territory to Embry. 2 away, and that'll bring up Hollis Huff.
Next up, number 14,
Embry had to run a long way, but that one, I think the wind held that one up just enough for him to run underneath it. Again, another first pitch strike from Corley.
Quick worker. Ground ball. Should be an easy play for the second baseman. Comes up over to first, and the side is retired. So we played an inning and a half, and our score right now has Mustang on top as they lead it by a score of 1-0. Cox Home Life, let me tell you a little bit about that. It allows you to unlock your home's full potential and help your home take care of you. 24/7 professionally monitored security provides peace of mind, plus video monitoring and automation features like smart door locks, smart thermostats, and smart lighting let you see and control your home from anywhere. Go to cox.com/homelife or visit your local Cox Solutions store to find out more on how to get free professional installation and a free HD camera. I know Mike Ziegenhorn has all that stuff at his house because, well, he's just a smart guy. Besides the smart door locks and the smart thermostats and the smart lighting.
Anything to make me smarter, I'll do. if I didn't have anything to do with it, I'll claim that it was me that did it, right?
Right, exactly. That's the way it is around the house. In doing the radio show, and you talk to a lot of people, and some of the older guys that maybe don't have kids anymore, they keep saying, and I keep hearing that, oh, baseball's dying. And then I live over by Davis Park in South Oklahoma City, the Moore area. That place is just packed every single weekend. And so when people say baseball's dying, I said, you're not in touch with reality, because there's a lot of kids that are still playing a whole lot of baseball. Now, they're playing all the other sports too. And you see a cry from coaches that talk about not just specializing in one sport and learning to play multiple sports. There's a swing and a miss. Looked like he almost tried to hold up on that one.
You're taking a look at the head coach, Brian Ayler. He's been here 14 years at Norman North, Steve, and just done a bang-up job. 6 regional championships, 3 conference championships. State runner-up in 2013. They lost to Owasso. 300 career wins in Class 6A, 300 plus. So, and he played at Oklahoma State.
Draft choice of the Yankees, I believe. One ball, 2 strikes. Parker Tipton steps off.
He went to Oklahoma State, as did the head coach at Mustang, Keenan Simon. This is his 2nd year. He set the bar high a year ago as Mustang won state in 2017.
Count now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tipton's next one, off-speed pitch. Fouled off to the right side. Left side of the field, right side when you look at it from the opposite angle, of course.
These first inning, second 2 innings, these pitchers have been kind of opposite of each other. Corley has thrown strike after strike. In fact, he threw just 1 ball in the top of the 2nd. Tipton, 17 pitches in that first inning, 9 of them were strikes, 8 of them were balls.
2-2 pitch on the way, got him. Looked like a breaking ball in the low outside part of the plate. Barks goes down swinging. 1 up, 1 down, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Braden Corley. As I look at the numbers here, Corley on the season has not gone deep, according to my numbers here. Does have 15 RBIs on the season. It looks like he's batting an even 300.
Let's see if he's crafty at the plate like he is on the mound.
Another good breaking ball in there. Looks like Tipton is kind of settled in. Pitch there a little bit high. Play him rather shallow. That one's a little bit tight. The count goes to 3-1. On deck, Connor Oldham.
Tipton likes to work fast.
Swinging I don't know if he missed that or just did get a piece of it, but regardless, the count goes to 3-2. Tipton winds and fires, brings it home and just missed outside. Started off way outside. That'll bring up Oldham, the first baseman.
Just off the outside part of the plate. He wanted it, it just didn't break far enough across the plate for the umpire to call it.
Oldham, as I have the numbers, Bohosh Levinsky is going to be your courtesy runner over at first base. Oldham on the year, a homer, 7 RBIs, a .258 average. On deck is Austin Alleman. Runner going. He didn't waste any time going. Good throw. A little bit high in getting there, and a stolen base for Bohosh Levinsky. So a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Connor Oldham at the plate.
Tried a little hit and run, and Oldham unable to make contact, but the runner able to get to second anyway.
That one's fouled straight back, and Tipton gets ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, Bohoslavicki is the courtesy runner out at second. Corley, the pitcher, walked, so they ran for him. Breaking ball just misses.
Another close one. Tipton's all around the plate right now, but when he needs that strike, he's not able to get it.
One-two pitch on the way, breaking ball. Inside, quick throw down. Bohoslavicki getting back in.
Connor Oldham did a good job on that last pitch. I mean, he could have bailed out, and he'd stayed there. It was either going to hit him or it was going to break right across.
Next pitch, popped up, left field. Drifting back, getting the put out. Runner unable to tag in advance. And that'll make it 2 outs, and that'll bring in Austin Alleman.
Now with the plate for the Broncos, number 3, Austin Alleman.
Alleman stands in with a chance to add to that Mustang lead. Got the RBI double from Logan Glass in the first inning. Runner out there at second, 2 away now. The first pitch is in there for a strike.
He's thrown first pitch strikes to the last couple of batters. Then when he needs to throw a second and third one, that's where he starts to struggle a little bit.
Next pitch, got a piece of it, fouled it back, and quickly ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. So what does he come with here? Try to get the breaking ball on the inside part of the plate or sweep one outside? Tipton delivers. This one's up high for a ball. Wasted pitch there.
High inside fastball was what I was thinking. I just couldn't get it out quick enough.
Checks the runner, delivers, and it's fouled. Off the third base side. Good look there. And Austin Alleman. Broncos lead at 1-0. Would like to add to their score right now.
Little cat and mouse game. The pitcher was ready and the batter was not. The umpire said, "You've got time." Could have been in the major leagues as much as they're trying to speed up the game. They'd say, "Stay in there."
Yeah. Pitch on the way and a breaking ball got him swinging. And the side is retired. We've played 2 here at Mustang. The Broncos lead the Norman North Timberwolves 1-0 our score in your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Have a great day.
You ready, babe?
Yep.
How do you become the most trusted brand of SUVs?
We've got room.
You make it for those who are running a bit late, run into a little trouble, or might just be running low.
Alexa, tell Starbucks to start my usual order.
That's Ford, and that's how you become the most trusted brand of SUVs. Now current Ford owners can drive a new 2018 Escape, Edge, or Explorer with 0 for 72 plus 1,000 owner loyalty cash.
Are you drowning in debt? Struggling just to make minimum payments? It's not your fault. Serious debt can happen to anyone, but there is hope. Our debt-free program has helped thousands of good people, just like you, eliminate their credit card debt. Call us today and we will dramatically reduce your credit card debt down to just a fraction of what you owe. The call is free. The consultation is free. Take control of your credit debt. Take control of your life again. Call now to see how our debt-free program can work for you.
Call 800-390-1650.
Welcome back. There's a look at Keenan Simon. He's the head coach for the Mustang Broncos. As Zig said, Just his second year, won it all last year. Talked to him a little bit before the contest and talked about some of the things that he would like to see his team do better. So still want to be aggressive. Unforced errors is something he'd like for his team to address. He got the good start here early, jumped on top 1-0. As we move to the top of the third, it'll be Anand Finley leading things off for Norman North and Peyton Vineyard, and then back to the top of the order. Corley right to work and a swing and a miss. Ahead in the count, no balls and a strike. Next one is right there.
Once again ahead 0-2, and just makes it tough when you're a batter, because now you've got to figure out, okay, is he going to come with a fastball? Is he going to throw that changeup at me again?
3 pitches, 3 strikes, and you're out. Finley goes down swinging, and that'll bring up Peyton Vineyard, the center fielder for the Norman North Timberwolves.
Well, Simon was at El Reno from 14 through 16, Steve. There 3 years, 56 and 55. Took him to the state tournament, the 5A state tournament in 2016, before heading over here to replace Scott Selby, who'd been the head coach here for 5 years. And he also played at Oklahoma State. Coach Simon did, and was in the minor leagues for 9 seasons, and then came right out of the minors and started coaching high school baseball.
Bunt to the right side, first baseman fields it and gets the tag on Vineyard, and there's quickly 2 away.
Next up, number 7.
That'll take us back to the top of the order. Grant Randall will stand in. He grounded out to short his first time up. Timberwolves had a base runner on a single by Tipton in the first. That's it. That's all they have to show for it so far, as Corley has been quick and he's been tough. Leaves the breaking ball up high on this one. Playing pretty much straight away. Again, the infield is very deep.
Close, a little high. First time he's had a 2-0 count on a batter tonight.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-0 pitch on the way, and that one is right down central.
And as a batter, Steve, this is what you got to understand about the pitcher. Just because he's thrown 2 balls, as consistent as he's been, you got to figure that next one's going to be a strike. And that was a hittable ball, especially on a 2-0 count. Randall might have been able to turn on that.
Count now 3-1. Here comes the next one from Corley, and that's on the corner. And the count goes full, 3-2. Grant Randall at the plate. Dalton Smith on deck, hoping that he gets a chance here in the top of the third. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down. He's retired 7 in a row. And Mustang has that 1-0 lead. Take a look at that last pitch here, Zig. Left-hander bringing it. You could tell the batter was a little bit fooled on that. Got the late swing. And that's the end. We've played 2.5 very quick innings here thus far. One nothing our score. Mustang on top. And don't forget, Thursday Ford game of the week, we're going to be over at UConn for some more baseball. Norman Tigers will be in town to take on the Millers. Game time on YurView will be at 5 p.m., so be sure to join us Thursday at 5 for Norman at UConn on the Ford game of the week on the Cox Channel 1333. UConn, as my standing show, is 10-10 on the season. And Norman right now at 9-10. That is not a district contest. And as I had to make sure with my partner here, Zig, never remembering from year to year, baseball, everybody makes postseason play. It's not like football where just the top 4 make it. And so district play of the utmost importance. That's what we got here tonight. Norman North won this game yesterday over at their place 3-2. Mustang trying to bounce back here tonight at home.
Yeah, they all make it, and course, you know, it's double elimination. They do through the first series until they get to state, and then it's
not
a tournament. You know, they did that back first year, I think, back in 2012. And everybody's saying they were mad because the East Side was dominating Owasso with their 13 state championships. And of course, in that first year when that happened, you had a team from the West Side go on to win it in Edmond North as they took the title that year.
Top of the order again, it's Embry, who walked and came around to score in that first inning of play. This one he fouls off the foot, and the count's 1-2. Mason low on deck. Logan Glass will also get an opportunity. Anybody gets on, Dax Fulton from the 4-hole.
So the first 2 innings, Tipton has thrown 40 pitches. And you compare that to the 36 in the first 3 innings that have been thrown by Corley of Mustang.
That one is a little high and away. Count goes full, 3-2 to leadoff batter Cole Embry. That one's going to be ball 4, just like he did in the first inning. Draws the walk.
Ah, that old leadoff walk. We don't like it, do we? If you're a Norman North fan, if you're a Mustang fan, you're saying get him on. Move him around and have him touch the plate again.
Lowe stands in, popped out to right field his first time up. See if he doesn't try to move the runner over. How they want to approach this situation, leading at 1-0. Leadoff hitter aboard, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 3rd.
Well, Embry thought about going. Had a pretty good lead. He was actually off the dirt at first and on the turf. Turf infield, grass outfield here in Mustang.
One pitch on the way, breaking ball in the dirt. Embry thought about going. Catcher did a good job of keeping that out in front of him.
Yeah, Dalton Smith had to go down to block it. And if you're Embry, if you're not going as soon as that hits, he made the wise choice. As soon as it hits the ground, made the wise choice just to stay. Because Smith probably would have gunned him down at second base.
2 balls and a strike. Runner going. Pitch low and away. Throw is high. Second baseman is there to back it up and retrieve the throw that was a little bit off target. And so the runner gets down to second base as you take a look at the replay.
Just came out of his stance, squatting down, Stevens, when Smith popped up. Just got a little bit too much underneath it, and fortunately, the second baseman, Finlay, was backing up.
Now runner at second. 2-2 pitch is low and away, ball 3. Logan Glass on deck. He drove in the game's only run his first time up. Hit a no-doubt double in that left center field gap. That's where we stand score-wise right now. Here comes the 3-2 on the way. And he goes down swinging.
Big strikeout for Parker Tipton. Third K out of the last 6 batters as he's taken down swinging.
So Glass stands in. 1 on, 1 out. Dax Fulton now your on deck hitter, the designated hitter. Runner going with the pitch. Tries to get in there at third and does get under the tag.
Well, I think he called him out. He had him because he was definitely off the bag.
Called him safe and then called him out, looks like. Third base, is that Coach Ayler? Or I'm sorry, Coach Simon over there at third. He's staying on the bag as though he's safe. So I guess he is.
Did he call him out? He slid past the bag, but I don't know if his foot See, right there, he was off the bag. His hand was off, and he had his glove on his thigh.
Okay, so he's out.
And he does call him out.
Good throw. So now there's 2 away. The pitch appeared to be inside. That maybe helped the catcher out a little bit. So now the base is empty. 2 outs and a 1-0 pitch on the way. Breaking ball in there for a strike. So you got 1 out, runner at second. You're trying to steal third, taking the bat out of the hands of the guy who had an RBI double his last time up. This one he shoots down the left field side, and the count goes to 1-2.
Again, tipped and getting away with a high fastball inside. Glass just turned on it a little too much. I mean, you like the aggressiveness, but I'm with you. You got your 3-hole hitter, leading hitter on the team, batting better than 500. See what he can do to drive the man around.
Pitch on the way. Chopper fouled on the third base side. Just can't get over the weather today. Just absolutely perfect. Blowing out a little bit. Pitchers probably would prefer to be the other way. But you can't complain on a day like this, especially after some of the days we've had. Just missed that one. Back to the screen, and the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. 1-0 Broncos on top. We're in the bottom of the third.
Wind blowing out straight out of the south, 17 miles an hour. I think even you could hit one out when it's blowing 17.
You have to give me 2 tries, though. Once I could hit it maybe to second base, and maybe after that I could take it over.
There you see the flags. There's soccer going on here too at Mustang, deep in left field.
Pitch on the way, fly ball left field. Easy play there for Jalen Smith, who puts it away, and the side is retired. We've played 3 here at Mustang. They lead it 1-0 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
How do you become America's best-selling truck?
Come on, Briggs. Wait for your pitch, kiddo.
You give it best-in-class towing, payload, and with built-in Wi-Fi,
yes!
The best seats in the house.
That's how it's done.
Just like his grandpa.
Even better.
That's Ford, America's best-selling truck 41 years straight. Now get a new 2018 F-150 STX with 0% for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash only at your Oklahoma Ford dealers.
Join the hiring revolution. At ericsjobs.com, you can post a 30-day job ad for only $25. That's right, only $25. What's the revolution? It's only $25 to post a 30-day job ad, and we reach the same candidates as those other job sites. So get in on the hiring revolution and post your jobs today for $25. Free for job seekers, great for business. ericsjobs.com, $25 job postings.
Welcome back to Mustang, everybody. There's the wind or breeze, as Mr. Ziegenhorn was referring to, our meteorologist on hand here this afternoon. And we move now to the top of the 4th inning. Broncos on top. They lead it by a score of 1-0.
69 degrees out. Feels like 69. And 24% humidity. It's almost like we're in Colorado or Arizona right now. Telling you.
Beat that. All right, here we go. Norman North stands in. It'll be Dalton Smith, Parker Tipton, and Jalen Smith. 2, 3, and 4 for the Timberwolves. The first pitch misses inside. Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week here at Mustang. Next one on the way. This one's sliced off to the right side, out of play. Field's in great shape. Little breaking ball grounded out slowly to second base. Got to hurry to get it over there, and just does in time. Nice play, and the leadoff hitter is retired. Score 4-3 if you're scoring at home. You used to do that when you were a youngster?
Yes, I did. Listen
Absolutely.
to him on the radio and score. Even go to a game and keep score. And then you look back and go, what was I doing?
I know. All that wasted time.
But hey, no, it helped us what we're doing now.
Absolutely.
We were training for the future. We didn't even know it.
Listening to Jack Buck and Harry Carey and sitting at the little bitty small table in the kitchen. What are you doing in there? I'm keeping score. Well, they're doing it for you. What are you doing it for? There's a fly ball out in the center field. Drifting back and putting it away. Quickly 2 up and 2 down as Tipton flies out to center.
4 pitches all in this inning, and that's it. He's thrown 36 in the first 3 innings, Steve. And you know, the coaches said he's very consistent. That makes your job as an infielder so much easier too, because you know he's going to throw strikes. The other team's going to put the ball in play, and you're ready.
Quickly 2 up, 2 down. Breaking ball is up a little bit high. Jalen Smith, 0 for 1 on the afternoon. He gets on. Cade Draper on deck. Corley brings it home. This one's sliced off to the left side, out of play. Just misses the Cox truck.
Mike Davis better not stick his head out. Might get popped on the top of the noggin.
Ground ball, second baseman. Slow roller over to first, and that was a very quick top of the 4th inning. 3 up, 3 down. And that's what, 10 in a row? Set down. For Norman North. Scored that one 4-3 as well. That'll take us to the bottom of the 4th inning with Mustang on top, leading at 1-0. Coming up, we've got the replay of tonight's game. Will be next Wednesday, April the 18th, 7 p.m. only on YurView, Cox Channel 1333. So we have only been playing for about 47 minutes, and we're already in the bottom of the 4th inning. Oh, it's supposed
Don't
to be.
jinx it.
Okay. I have that habit, you know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they've been cruising. I mean, as much as the wind is cruising out here, they've been cruising. And a big part of it is the Corley's just throwing strikes, Steve. I mean, he is dealing. He only threw 7 pitches last year.
Wow.
He's got 43 through 4. And the players are making plays behind them. Both pitchers. I mean, Tipton has thrown 60 pitches through the first 3 innings just to compare what the 2 pitchers have done.
Yeah, Corley has now retired the last 10 Timberwolves in order. Gave up that 2-out single in the first. That's the last base runner to reach. And coming up for Mustang here in the bottom of the 4th, it'll be Dax Fulton, Tanner Tweehouse, and Noah Barks.
Fulton won the state championship game last year for Mustang over Westmore. Fell behind 3-0 in the first, settled down, and threw the complete game for the win. 10-3, I think, was the final a year ago, and then through last night in the district contest at Norman North. That's why he's DHing today.
That one's up a little bit high, and the count's even 1-1. Fulton stands in. Next pitch. Outside for a ball. Count goes to 2-1. Tipton delivers nice breaking ball. Gets in there for a strike, and the count's even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Rapidly working. This one's a little high and tight. The count goes full at 3-2. Tipton delivers, ground ball. First base coach. Is that an E11 or? Couldn't quite hang on, but knocked it down. And here's the 3-2 pitch on the way from Tipton, and a high swing and a miss.
A nice inside fastball that Tipton threw right by him. Fulton hoping to turn on it. Another case swinging.
It's the 4th strikeout for Tipton, and that'll bring up Tanner Tweehouse, who grounded out the third his first time up. Noah Barks is your hitter on deck. Tipton delivers, and there's a shot out into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. So a one-out single by Tweehouse, and that'll bring up Noah Barks. Barks, the catcher, struck out his first time up.
Tweehouse hopped on that first pitch. Gets a high five from his coach at first, and we're going to have a pinch runner, number 6.
Chase Yadley is that pinch runner. Got him on the roster also as the second baseman. And as we said, Noah Barks stands in. He'd like to give Braden Corley, he can stay out of the double play, and put some additional runs on the board and let him better his own cause. Barks stands in. First pitch from Tipton gets away, and down to second base goes Tweehouse. So now you can possibly bunt him over and get a runner at third with, if you give up the out on the sacrifice bunt, just one away. Here's the pitch from Tipton. Breaking ball, strike.
He's not afraid to use that breaking pitch, though, even though he struggled with it a little bit today, Steve. And when he gets it over, it's hard for Mustang to attack the ball.
One pitch from Tipton brings it home, and that one's high and away. And the count goes to 2-1. That breaking ball again misses inside, 3-1. Talking with Brian Ayler, the Norman North coach. He said they're primarily a junior-oriented team, and I think I counted 12 seniors perhaps on the Mustang squad, so 11. Much
11,
more experience.
12.
Yeah. 220, 221.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. Count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
It's all fun and games, so somebody gets hurt, right?
That's right. 3-2 pitch.
Like that.
Plunks him in the back. Would have been ball 4.
Middle of the back.
Yeah, he recognized it was a slow breaking ball, so he just stood in there and took it. So now runners at first and second with 1 away. Got a courtesy runner checking in. Number 18 is Blaine Helling. You're good at that courtesy runner stuff, because I always forget about it, and I'm always got my nose buried in the scorebook, and I look up and you're pointing at me, and
that's why
feverishly had to send you all the way down from Tulsa to do that, because couldn't find anybody else that could point that out for me.
Well, Andy would normally be able to do it, but he's sitting outside the press box today.
Said he had to work on his tan a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
2 on, 1 out. First pitch, breaking ball this time is in there for a strike. Corley now with an opportunity to help his own cause. Walked back in the second inning. Trying to keep the runner close at second. So for the moment, there is a big gap between first and second base. Breaking ball is outside. That one misses. Connor Oldham is the on-deck hitter. Line drive, left field. That's going to get down and to the wall. Here comes 1 run around to score. They're going to wave home the second run, and into second base is Corley with the 2 RBI double and makes it 3-0 Broncos.
Lefty set back on that pitch. and took it the opposite way. Watch the outside. He just waits on it and strokes it right by the left fielder, Jalen Smith, and it goes to the wall, and before they can even get it anywhere close to him, both runs cross the plate.
Bohoshlavicki goes back out to courtesy run at second base once again. Yeah, that was textbook hitting. He didn't try to go out and pull it, didn't try to drive it, just made good, solid contact, got it between the left center fielder and the center fielder, and drives home 2. Mustang now on top, leading at 3-0 as Connor Oldham stands in, still just 1 away.
And there is some activity in the Norman North bullpen. So Tipton had thrown 60 pitches through the first 3 innings, Steve. 17 more already now this inning. He's close to the 80 count mark. Nice job by the runner at second as they throw behind him, and that's what you should do. You're at second base, you got a lead, they throw behind you, take off.
I think he was playing that all the way, daring them almost to throw behind him, because he did not hesitate and made it over to third base easily. And so now, most anything will get another run home. Mustang on top, leading at 3-0. Pitch on the way. There's that breaking ball again, and a swing and a miss. Oldham in the hole now, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You might remember a couple of years ago, they went to pitch counts in high school.
That's right.
So if you've had 4 days rest, you can throw 100+ pitches, and then it just kind of goes down for each day underneath that, like 3 days rest. There's my chart. You can throw 76 to 100 pitches, 2 days, 51 to 75, and then on down the line.
1-2 the count. Next pitch on the way from Tipton is low and away. Counts even now, 2-2. Corley with the double into left center field, drove home 2. 3-0 Mustang on top as the 2-2 pitch comes home. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Oldham strikes out, and that'll bring in Austin Alleman. Alleman, a strikeout victim, his first time up.
Fifth strikeout, all swinging from Parker Tipton. Kind of in between that, he was on a little bit of a streak where he was either a strikeout or a fly out or ground out every other batter until this inning when he gave up a walk and a hit batsman, and then a couple of runs scored.
And a ground ball to the shortstop, and he is retired over at first as Mustang comes up with 2. We have completed 4 innings of play. Broncos on top. They lead at 3-0 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Have a great day.
You ready, babe?
Yep. How do you become the most trusted brand of SUVs?
We've got room.
You make it for those who are running a bit late, run into a little trouble, or might just be running low.
Alexa, tell Starbucks to start my usual order.
That's Ford, and that's how you become the most trusted brand of SUVs. Now current Ford owners can drive a new 2018 Escape, Edge, or Explorer with 0 for $72 plus $1,000 owner loyalty cash.
Oklahoma was forever changed on April 19, 1995. After the bombing of the Murrah Federal Building, Oklahomans stood united as the world watched our recovery. Visitors from across the world come to the Oklahoma City Memorial and Museum to remember those who were lost and those who survived. Cox Communications would like to invite you to experience the Memorial and Museum free of charge on April 19th. It's important that we remember so that together we can work toward a world where terrorism has no place.
Welcome back to Mustang, everybody. 3-0 our score. Broncos on top. Some timely hitting and some very efficient pitching thus far for the Broncos. Good job by Braden Corley as he comes out to take the hill for the 5th inning. He's retired 10 in a row, giving up just the 1 hit, 2-out single by the opposing pitcher, Parker Tipton, back in the 1st inning. And it'll be Cade Raper, Connor Scott, and Hollis Huff to see if they can't get things going for the Timberwolves here in the top of the 5th inning. That'll be batters number 5, 6, and 7.
struck out in his only appearance back in the second inning.
Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes the ball up high and away. Next pitch on the way, again shows the bunt. I don't know if it's him squaring that is throwing Corley off, because Corley has not walked anybody, and really, would you say he threw 7 pitches all of last inning?
Yeah, 3 balls, 4 strikes.
So Raper stands in now, 2 balls, no strikes. Got to think he's taking all the way with this next one. Again, squares. This one is in the strike zone. So the count goes to 2-1.
Raper thought it was a little high.
Next one, he comes with the fastball. And because he throws such a good variety of changeup and breaking ball, if you get caught looking for those, he can sneak that fastball by as he did right there. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Catcher did a great job after the 2-0 count, went out and got him settled down, and 3 strikes, and batter retired after that. That'll bring in Connor Scott, the right fielder, who popped out to right field his last time up. Hollis Huff will be your on-deck hitter.
Just his 4th strikeout. As I said, Steve, he isn't going to overpower you. It's just the way he keeps the ball off speed. His fastball is 83 to 85, but he's got that breaking. He's got the breaking pitch and then his off-speed pitch, and you know it's got a lot of the batters fooled.
Like the hitter there, Scott was fooled on that one as he tried to get a late swing in very quickly. Couldn't catch up, even though it wasn't a heater by any means. And then goes down swinging there.
You got the batter 0-2. You can throw it wherever you want, and if he swings and misses, and that's what he did. He threw it away, off the plate, in the dirt, or in the turf at this field, and he had Scott swinging, and he missed it.
Hollis Huff stands in. He grounded to short his first time up. Again, 2 quick outs.
That's what you just like about the consistency. A pitcher out there throwing strikes. You don't always have to overpower the batter. There he is, 0-2 again.
He's putting on a clinic right now. 0-2 pitch on the way. Catcher sets up outside and wastes one away. Umpire steps out. Hollis Huff steps back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody on, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Pitch on the way, got him looking.
Wow, strikes out the side.
3 up, 3 down, nothing doing. And it's still 3-0 Mustang on top on your Oklahoma Ford dealers game of the week.
The Ford High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. Mid-First Bank, true to your money. The Oklahoma Farm Bureau, the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better. Mill Creek Carpet and Tile. Mazio's. And by Weoki Credit Union.
Welcome back, everybody, as we move now to the bottom of the 5th inning. And Mustang behind Braden Corley, who struck out the side, and he's not wasting any pitches, that's for sure. 3, 4, 5, 6. I got him for 6 strikeouts so far, Zig. You got him for what, just 54 pitches?
Yeah. He threw 2 balls to start that inning.
Yeah.
Threw 9 straight strikes after that.
That's impressive.
The catcher went out and said something to him. How about that?
So it'll be Mustang, and I do believe we're at the top of the order. That'll be Cole Embry, Mason Lowe, and Logan Glass, the scheduled hitters for the Broncos. We would like to add to that lead. As it stands, we're just about an hour into the game, and Norman North is down to their final 6 outs.
The efficiency on the mound from Mustang has really made the difference.
Embry has walked twice. Came around to score his first time up. First pitch is in there for a strike from Parker Tipton, and the next one is in there as well. So Tipton deciding that he's got to keep these guys close the way that Mustang is throwing the ball behind Braden Corley. Catcher kind of stood up there before
I'm not sure what Dalton Smith was doing. You're giving away what you're doing, throwing there. Maybe he'd chase it.
Ball and 2 strikes now to Cole Embry. If you're just joining us, Norman North won this game between the two squads. There was a strike on the inside corner, called strike 3, so Embry goes down. That'll bring up Mason Lowe. Norman North won the game over at their place yesterday. 3-2 was the final score. Whenever you see baseball teams just 3-2 and score here that we have 3-0, you can bet that they've got some good pitching staffs and don't give up or give away too many runs. First pitch, swinging, fly ball, center field, 2 up, 2 down.
And they went to the interesting scheduling format again. It's probably been 5-6 years ago when they went to the districts. You play a team one day at your place, the next night you're at your place. And yeah, I think it's worked out pretty good. Initially, I think some of the coaches were not happy with, especially the west side and the east side. You know, when you're playing an east opponent, you got to drive one, you know, back and forth. But depends on which one. If you're home or away on the first night, if you're west side or east side, and if you're having to drive somewhere the next night.
And I guess it takes a little, I don't know, steam out of the tournament play, because obviously you're going to want to save your best pitchers for district play, which has far more bearing as to, you know, where you're going to finish and who you play in postseason play. So you might be in the finals of a tournament on Saturday. Your ace hasn't pitched yet and probably won't pitch because they're saving him for Monday. Here's a high fastball, hit well out to center field, carries, keeps carrying, and all the way back, and finally taken in, and the side is retired. Logan Glass put a drive into it, and nothing doing, as we have now finished 5 innings of play. We move to the top of the 6th. Mustang on top of Norman North. They lead it 3-0 in your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
With Cox high-speed internet, you get access to super-fast in-home Wi-Fi to power all your devices and do the things you love online. And now, when you're traveling, you have free access to the nation's largest Wi-Fi network with over 500,000 hotspots, so you can stay connected in places such as New York City, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., Phoenix, and many more. Learn how with the Cox Discover More video series at cox.com/learn.
Get brand new movies at the touch of a button with Movies on Demand from Cox.
BB-8, punch it!
The rebellion is reborn today.
So good to have you back.
Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Watch what you want, when you want, with Movies on Demand from Cox.
In a row. Yeah. Last guy to reach base was Parker Tipton in the first inning.
On an infield single. Third batter of the game.
Trying to remember where that went.
Deep in the hole.
That's
short,
right. That's right.
To the left of the third baseman.
Trying to think if there would have been a great play. Could he have had a no-hitter to this point, but that was well placed, no doubt. No balls, 2 strikes, quickly ahead in the count.
He has thrown 11 straight strikes, make it 12. And almost a base hit.
Can you throw too many strikes? I guess if you're always around the strike zone, everybody's always ready.
I mean, unless they're pounding it off the wall.
Anand Finley struck out his first time up. Peyton Vineyard up next, and then back to the top of the order. This one is fouled straight back. Ziegenhorn just can't get a glove on that one. It hits off the roof. Thought you had that.
It was close. I had to take off my headset to run outside, and that's why I missed it.
No balls, 2 strikes. Next one, and another swing and a miss and strikeout.
And he is dealing. That's 7 Ks for him. 4 straight he struck out.
I remember back, I was thinking of, real good Oklahoma high school pitchers, and Dylan Bundy being one of those. He struck out 10 in a losing effort for the Orioles last night. Here's the first pitch that's fouled back by Vineyard. And it was all set up to be Bundy and Archie Bradley, but Larry Turner decided not to use Bundy, I guess it was, in a game that we called many years ago back on the Cox channel. Those two are thriving in the major leagues right now. Bradley is the setup man for the Diamondbacks. Bundy, as we said, pitching for the Baltimore Orioles. Quickly ahead in the count, naturally, 0-2. Wastes the pitch outside for a ball. Pitch on the way and a swing and a miss. He is.
That is
wow, that's 5 strikeouts in a row.
Even when you throw a fastball out of the zone, you come back with that off speed, the batter's just waiting. He's way out in front.
8 strikeouts now for Corley.
Steve, I'm looking back. He hasn't thrown more than 6 pitches to any batter. And that's just how efficient and consistent that he's been.
Came in pitching 30 2/3 innings, had struck out 39 in 0-9-1-3, and there's a base hit in the left field. That's going to get down and get to the wall.
Left that one up and a little bit inside.
Going to try for third. Throw to third. Good job by the third baseman to get the short hop, but unable to get the tag down in time. So all the way into third base goes Grant Randall, and that's the first time that they've really had anybody in scoring position. First time they've had anybody past first base, and that'll bring in Dalton Smith.
Yeah, well, he was out in front of that pitch. He caught it before it even crossed the plate. Nice try to get him at third. It hesitated just a little bit at second base, and there's another one.
Well hit. This one's going to get over the center fielder's head. That's going to drive in a run, and into second base is Dalton Smith with the RBI double.
Wow, just like that.
Yeah.
Norman North's bats have been completely silent, Steve. In fact, 5 straight strikeouts, and then boom, a double and a triple.
And that'll actually bring the tying run to the plate in the pitcher, Parker Tipton. Before this inning, he had the only hit for Norman North. He's 1 for 2, singled in the first, and then skied out to the center fielder in the 4th inning. So I started reading the stats and jinxed them. Line drive back up the middle. Nice play by the shortstop. Ranges over, throws the first, and the side is retired. That was a sharp hit ball. And that'll retire the side here in the top of the 6th inning. They do get a run on 2 hits as we move now to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's still Mustang on top as they lead Norman North by a score of 3-1. Scheduled to bat coming up will be Dax Fulton. Here's a look at the strikeouts, the 5 consecutive strikeouts, Mike, that you can see there. The batter was fooled on that pitch. Went fishing on that one, and one that was low and away. Comes into the left-hander, completely fooled.
Look where most of them are ending up.
Yeah.
The catcher's glove is on the ground, and it's dropping right as it's coming across the plate. You know, the batters are just, their timing is off. Except those last 2 hits that they got, they were all over those.
And his ERA goes up because he's given up 1 run. So it'll be for Mustang. Scheduled to bat will be Dax Fulton, then Tanner Tweehouse, and Noah Barks. Anybody gets on, Corley himself. So as dominant as Corley has been, Parker Tipton has kept his club in the ball game. And now trail by 2, 3-1 as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Fulton stands in. He grounded out the short in the 1st inning, then struck out in the 4th. And he'll lead things off here in the 5th inning for the Broncos. Parker Tipton delivers, and so does Fulton with a sharp single in the right field.
Fulton, just a sophomore, is already committed to play baseball at Vanderbilt.
That'll bring in Tweehouse. Tweehouse has grounded out the 3rd and singled and scored back in the 4th. Courtesy runner is Dawson McKinney over at first base, as McKinney will run for Dax Fulton.
Still a pitcher warming up in the Norman North bullpen. Looks like it's number 12 for Norman North. Hopkins. All we have is the last name, Hopkins, number 12 for Norman North, warming up in the bullpen. And now here comes the coach, pitching coach, to give Hopkins a little bit more time to warm up. He's a left-hander.
Holden Hopkins, 6'5", 190.
Thank you.
So you got to think, as much time as they're spending out there, they're either giving him more time to face the next batter or maybe to get him in right here. I'm kind of hindered by the post here. I don't see many coming in from the bullpen yet.
Yeah, he was just killing time. They may have been talking about where they were going to go eat after the game. Also, yeah, I'm buying. He pointed up here to the booth. I'll treat.
Sounds good to me. So Fulton gets the single. McKinney's the courtesy runner over at first, and Tanner Tweehouse stands in. 1 for 2 in the afternoon.
Boy, Finlay from second base came. He was about 40 feet away from the batter. Tanner Tweehouse, and he wasn't bunting. They thought he was going to bunt, and instead it's a wild pitch to move the runner up to second base anyway.
Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Tweehouse singled on his last at-bat. He also scored when the pitcher, Brendan Curley, doubled.
Ground ball back up the middle. That's going to get through.
Another hit.
McKinney's going to come around third and hold. And so runners now at first and third. Nobody out. Noah Barks is scheduled up next. Mustang would like another insurance run or two.
So back-to-back singles, and that brings out the coach for Norman North, and that's going to be it.
It's not that Tipton didn't pitch a good game. He was solid all throughout. Just that his mates weren't able to really get much off of Corley until that last inning. Score is still 3-1. They've got runners at first and third, nobody out.
So nice hand for Parker Tipton.
The big 6'5" lefty, Holden Hopkins.
He had 6 Ks in 5 innings, Steve, but he also gave up 3 runs. And then he's responsible for the 2 batters that are on base right now. And see if Holden Hopkins, the senior lefty, can come in and squash this rally that Mustang has going here in the bottom of the 6th. They gave up that run in the top of the 6th, so they want to get that one back and head to the 7th with at least a 3-run lead, if not more.
Looking ahead to the Norman North top of the 7th inning, scheduled hitters are 4, 5, and 6. Jalen Smith, Cade Raper, and Connor Scott. Smith is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Raper and Scott also 0 for 2. So Coach Brian Ayler knows he can't let any more runs get home, and Hopkins is called upon to try to put out the fire right now with nobody out and runners at first and third. Don't forget, coming up, we got more baseball coming your way. We'll be at UConn as the Norman Tigers will be in town to take on the UConn Millers. Game time on YurView will be at 5 o'clock. So be sure to join us Thursday at 5, Norman at UConn on the Ford Game of the Week on the Cox Channel 1333. Skip Johnson has baseball fans around the Norman area enjoying what they're seeing at the collegiate level these days. So the Sooners are playing some of their best baseball.
Skip in the Clays. Clay Overcash and Clay, I can't remember the other Clay's coach's last name, but I know Clay Overcash, a long time coach in the Tulsa area, and he was a scout for the Chicago White Sox for a number of years, part of the Sandlot baseball organization before he went down to OU last year. And great man, and good to see him get a job and join that OU staff.
So Noah Bark stands in next. Barks on the afternoon struck out in the 2nd inning, was hit by a pitch in the 4th. And he'll stand in now with runners at first and third and nobody out.
Tell you what, these guys up in the booth with us today are dealing on the music, aren't they? You guys are doing a great job.
That movie quotes. Pitches on the inside corner for a strike. They're playing back for the double play, which surprises in at the corners, obviously with the runner at first. Anything up the middle, they're conceding the run, which in a 3-1 game, as hard as Corley has been able to figure out pitching-wise for Mustang.
Yeah, Mustang does not have anybody throwing in their bullpen, which is not surprising. He's been dealing and really hadn't thrown that many pitches.
1-1 pitch is out and away, 2-1.
66 through 6. It's about 11 per inning average.
That's some good math there. Breaking ball, good one. Spun that one in there, and the count goes even at 2-2.
I did attend the University of Tulsa.
Say no more.
And graduate.
Yeah, that's the important part. Yeah. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball, sharply hit. Gets past the second baseman. That's going to bring home 1 run, probably 2, as the ball is going to roll all the way to the wall. Got past the second baseman, got past the center fielder, and 2 runs come home. And now it's 5-1 Mustang. Big play right there. Sharply hit ball. Wow. Tough to handle.
Yeah, I mean, the turf really helped that. I mean, it was a shot, and it skipped right by the second baseman, and the outfielders really weren't moving on the hit. They probably thought the second baseman was going to get it, and it hit that grass and took off.
Yeah, line drive. You're exactly right. Right fielder, center fielder thought second baseman had a play on it. I think the second baseman did too, but that was sharply hit, and it went all the way to the wall. 2-run score. Now 5-1 Mustang on top, and still nobody out.
First pitch to Corley, a ball.
Next one is fouled back and out of play. 1-1. That's going to make things very tough for Norman North. It was going to be tough as it was, trailing 3-1 with the way Corley was pitching.
He almost wore it.
Corley on the afternoon, he has walked, he has doubled and driven in 2. And he's done all right on the hill too. Fouled straight back.
That's Andy Casey almost had that one. And again, with the runner on third, Steve, the infield has to be in. You cannot afford to give up any more runs. But with this artificial turf, a hard hit grounder, going to be tough. They're going to have to react quickly.
Because I had commented before that the infield was back, and I was kind of surprised that they were back, given it was a 3-1 game. I wonder if the infield were in, would he have had a chance to catch that on the line drive? It's history now, and there's a called strike 3. Good breaking ball by Hopkins.
Yeah.
First out of the inning. Coach Simon now is making his way over to third base coach's spot. And Blaine Helling will stand in as your pinch hitter here for Connor Oldham. And on deck is number 3, Austin Alleman. First pitch, Hopkins. It's like a slider, perhaps. Catches the inside corner. Hopkins gets ahead in the count, 0-1. Fastball low, and the count's even.
Good play by Dalton Smith to dig that one out and keep it in front of him. The runner on third and 1 out.
Next one from Hopkins is a breaking ball that he fights off and fouls down the first base side of things, and now the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Next one from Hopkins is fouled off to the right side. Probably have, what, the rest of this week and then 2 more weeks before we start looking at postseason matchups. There's a base hit. No. Oh, it does get down past the center fielder, and that's going to go to the wall. Scores another run. And racing into third base will be Helling with the stand-up triple.
Helling comes off the bench. It's a shot to right center. Peyton Vineyard made a great play. Thought he was going to make the catch. Diving effort at it, Steve, to his left, and I think it just went right over his glove. Yeah, just over the top of his glove. Connor Scott had to back him up and throw it in. By then, another run had scored, and Oldham had a triple. Helling had a triple.
You mentioned it's kind of a sun field out there in left and, or rather, right field and center field tonight. Now a 6-1 lead, and still just 1 away. And at the plate now is Austin Alleman. Pitch there is up high for a ball. 2-0. Infield still playing in. Foul back and out of play. Just look at coach. Third base side. And the 2-1 pitch. Pulls his bat back, falls in the dirt. The count goes to 3-1. Cole Embry on deck, the leadoff hitter. Hopkins delivers the next one. That's going to be ball 4 up high. So Alleman reaches base. Now runners at first and third, and Embry will stand in. He's walked twice and struck out. Called out looking his last time up.
Right now, this is Holden Hopkins to finish out, Steve, because there's nobody warming up in the bullpen. Coach has said, all right, senior, show us what you can do, get us out of this, and let us get our bats going here in the top of the 7th. Pitcher's best friend, double play ball, is what they need. Now here comes Coach Ayler again. He's going to go talk to Hopkins. Encourage him a little bit, maybe tell him throw some strikes, get a ground ball, and let's get out of here. Maybe he is going to make a pitching change. Does it look like Hollis Huff, the third baseman, was switching gloves. These.
Taking a look at Mustang's schedule throughout the season, they went and played at the Aggie Classic down in Florida. Beat Good Pasture of Tennessee 13-3, and then Coosa Valley 8-0, and then Bentonville, Arkansas 10-0. And it looks like they must have won the final of that classic as well, as they won 8-4. So they went 4-0. And unless I missed my guess, that's played in Pensacola, Florida. A lot of teams from Oklahoma go down to Pensacola for that tournament. Some teams go out west to tournament in Arizona.
Yeah, when my son was at Union, he went to Arizona 3 years. And now Union is going down to Alabama to play in a tournament. But you're right, a lot of the schools either go to Arizona or Florida, Alabama, somewhere in the south where hopefully it's a little bit warmer than it is here in Oklahoma during spring break.
Hollis Huff is going to be your pitcher now. Left-hander for Norman North. They have runners aboard with just one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. What was a 3-1 ball game. Mustang has added 3 runs here in the 6th. Now on top 6-1 and looking to continue to add to that lead as Cole Embry will stand in from the left side to face the left-hander Hollis Huff.
And Huff was at first, and then Connor Scott, who was in right, has now gone to first. And we don't have any idea who went to right. There's a young man out there with a hat and a jersey on and sunglasses. He turned and I missed his number. Was it 5?
It was a single digit, I can tell you that much. Might be an 8 is what we're hearing. Bobby Foster, perhaps. We'll try to get that. There it is. There you can see him. There's the number 8.
Yep.
So Foster is in. Runners at first and third, 1 out. 3 runs already home. Huff delivers first pitch up high for a ball.
That's tough if you're Huff, because he was at first base, Steve, and then he just basically got your obligatory 10-12 warm-up pitches, and here you go. Throw some strikes and get some outs, young man, and he's thrown 2 straight balls to Cole Embry.
And now the count goes to 3-0. Embry, who's already walked twice, got to think he's taken all the way here. Breaking ball is up high for a ball, and he's now walked 3 of 4 plate appearances this afternoon. So the bases are loaded. That'll bring in Mason Lowe. Lowe is 0 for 3 in the afternoon. Flew out to right field, struck out, and then popped out to left or center field his last time up. Stands in now with the bases loaded and one away. First pitch from Huff. Misses outside. Catcher calls time. Wants to go talk to his big left-hander.
He's yet to throw a strike.
Just staying loose. Staying loose.
Like a double play depth for Norman North. Down 5. I don't know. I mean, they got the corners in. I guess I'm not a manager, and Coach Ayler's done a great job. 300+ wins.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking we just need to make an out somewhere.
Yeah. Two-0 pitch on the way. Everything has been up high so far. No place to put him. 2-0 the count. Thought it was 3. Shows bunt. Throw the pitcher off a little bit more, and the count goes now 3-0. To Mason Lowe. Logan Glass on deck. 3-0 pitch misses. That'll bring in another run. Gets credit with an RBI, even though he doesn't have an official bat from that.
Number 5. Bases. Direction number 1. Logan Glass.
Logan Glass stands in. Glass on the afternoon 1 for 3. Double drove in a run back in the first inning. Lathan Millerino stands in. Over at third base is the courtesy runner.
Millerino's warming up in the bullpen.
Okay,
Sorry
I got
to
you.
confuse you. I'm throwing numbers at
Hand
you all
signals.
over the place. Yeah, because Hollis Huff has now thrown at 1 strike in his first 3 batters. So they've got someone else warming up.
Now ahead in the count 1-2. Tries to settle down and get the final 2 outs. Perhaps he can get it on a ground ball double play here. Bases loaded, 1 away. The 1-2 pitch misses outside. Outfield plays him straight away. This one is popped up left side and will get out of play. That one did hit the Cox truck.
Ooh. Hail damage. Baseball size hail flowing here at Mustang this afternoon.
Just one piece though.
Yeah. I think everybody in the truck jumped, didn't they?
Sure they did. I'll have to warn them next time. Breaking ball. Ooh.
Wow, that looked pretty good.
Sure did. Up a little high, and the count goes full at 3-2. Hollis Huff. His 3-2 pitch on the way, and that's going to be ball 4 low and inside. So they have batted around. I don't know if we got another pitching change coming here, or what was a close ball game at 3-1 has now made its way out to 8-1.
And you got Dax Fulton, who started this inning off with a single, moved up on a wild pitch, and then that's when the merry-go-round started.
Coming into pitch for Norman North now will be Millerino. We'll take a timeout, continue our coverage with Mustang on top. They lead it 8-1 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. We'll be back.
Hey, Dad. Something's up with the Mustang. It won't go over 65.
Oh, really?
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Mom, something's up with the Fusion. The stereo won't go very loud. Really?
Dad, when I'm in the Escape, all my calls go straight to voicemail. Really?
With MyKey, you let parents stay in control even when they're not there. That's Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now current Ford owners can drive a Fusion or Escape and get $4,000 cash back plus a no-charge Ford Protect maintenance plan only at your Oklahoma Ford dealers.
Hi, I'm Joan London with A Place for Mom. Over the years, we've helped thousands of families find senior care, and today's senior living communities have never been better, with amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And nobody understands your options like the advisors at A Place for Mom. These are local expert advisors that will partner with you to find the perfect place and determine the right level of care, whether that's just a helping hand or full-time memory care. Best of all, it's a free service. Call today. A Place for Mom. You know your family, we know senior living. Together, we'll make the right choice.
Call A Place for Mom right now to get our free ebook on financing senior care, as well as a free referral for senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-290-9496. That's 1-800-290-9496.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. And if you're struggling with an IRS tax debt of $10,000 or more, I want you to call my friends at the Tax Defense Group. They recently turned a client's $100,000 tax debt into a refund. You gotta love that. So call the Tax Defense Group now. They'll give you a 100% satisfaction guarantee, and they're open 24 hours a day because tax debt doesn't sleep either.
Call 800-992-4813. That's 800-992-4813.
Well, out towards left field. Left fielder going back, back, back. That's going to get off the wall. One run comes in. They're going to send the second run home. Play at the plate is not close. Two more runs score on a double by Fulton, and that makes the score now 10-1.
Now they're one run away from a run rule. 10 after 6. And Dax Fulton just hammered that.
And Tanner Tweehouse will be the next hitter. He's 2 for 3 in the afternoon. So yeah, winning run is there at third base and only one out. Tweehouse 2 for 3. Shoots one out into right field. Runner tags at third. That's going to get down for a base hit, and that's probably your ball game right there. As Tweehouse gets the RBI single. And that'll do it as Mustang erupts for 8 runs here in the 6th inning and turns a 3-1 ball game, a pitcher's duel, into a decisive victory as the Broncos split the series with Norman North. Timberwolves won it yesterday by a score of 3-2, but it's Mustang here this evening behind some fantastic pitching by Braden Corley and a big 6th inning that takes them to victory here this afternoon by a final of 11-1. You'll be looking for both these teams, of course, as you mentioned earlier, Mustangs defending state champions. And from what we saw here in just a small sample size, they've got some pretty good pitchers besides just Mr. Corley that should carry them a long way. We'll take a timeout and we'll begin our post-game wrap-up here for you. Once again, the Broncos win it 11-1 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. We'll take that timeout and be right back. Welcome back to Mustang. There's your final score. As you can see, it was a close ball game all the way until the bottom of the 6th inning, when the Broncos were able to put together a string of hits and a couple of walks there. Norman North helped their cause as Mustang wins it this afternoon by a final score of 11-1. Your Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance Company line score tells you that Norman North had 1 run on 3 hits, no errors committed. Mustang, only 6 hits and 11 runs, no errors for them either. And again, a lot of walks there in that last inning that certainly helped the cause for the Broncos. That's your Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance Company line score, brought to you by your Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance Company, the same insurance that you've always known, now even better. So our night of baseball here is complete. We'll hope to get Mr. Corley over to talk about his pitching performance, and also Coach Simon, as they get the victory here tonight over Norman North after Norman North won their game yesterday against Mustang at their place by a final score of 3-2. Another game coming up on Thursday, and that'll be UConn hosting Norman High. We'll have that game for you here on YurView as well. That'll be at 5 o'clock, and that'll be on channel 1333.
What a day for baseball, and a good start to our baseball coverage. And we've got the winning pitcher,
Braden Corley. What a performance, Mr. Corley. Great job this afternoon. Very effective with the pitches. Congratulations on a great outing.
Can you hear us?
Braden Corley was your winning pitcher this afternoon as he gets the victory. Was very, very impressive. Gave up a single in the first inning, retired him in order in the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth, striking out the side in that 5th inning of play. Finally gave up a run in the 6th inning off of back-to-back doubles, but that was the only blemish on his line for this afternoon. Well, it looks like we're not going to be able to make the hook up there with Corley. We'll try one more time. All right, let's go back down one more time. We'll give it a try. Mr. Corley, great job this afternoon. Congratulations on a fine pitching performance.
Appreciate it, sir.
Tell us what was working for you. Obviously, you were throwing strikes. That has to be the first thing foremost.
Strikes obviously was a huge part of the game. I had a defense behind me that I knew they were going to be able to make the plays, and our hitting was fantastic tonight. So it just really made everything better.
Yeah, you're very efficient on the mound, Braden. In 66 pitches from my count, you struck out 8. At one time, you'd struck out 5 in a row before you gave up that double and that triple. And as they like to say, you were dealing today, weren't you?
It felt very good.
What do you feel is, I mean, you got a pretty good arsenal for you. What are your, 2 best pitches in there? Obviously, you were working the changeup, the curveball. What are your favorite to throw?
Mine's probably a changeup. It's very effective. Throw it down the zone, looks good, and just falls off the table.
And what are your plans after high school as far as baseball is concerned?
I'm going to go play to junior college.
Junior college, I'm sure you'll do quite well there, and then hook on, and we look to hear more from you down the stretch the rest of this year and going forward. Congratulations on a great performance this afternoon.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job.
Braden Corley, he's your winning pitcher this afternoon, and he was very, very efficient. Let's take a look at those strikeouts again, Mike, as he really, as you pointed out, was keeping everything down too.
Yeah, and he didn't go deep into the count. He only threw 6 pitches to 1 batter, Steve. Most of them he was throwing 3 and 4 pitches. He was getting ahead of the count a lot. At one point he threw 12 straight strikes in the span of a couple innings. In one of those innings he started with 2 balls. After that it was 9 straight strikes as he struck out the side, and that was back in the 5th inning. And you just felt like he was dominant the whole game. He was going to go the distance if they didn't end up with the run roll, which they got.
11-1 the final score as they get the victory here this afternoon over Norman North and get back that game that yesterday saw them lose to the Timberwolves over at Norman North. And Coach Keenan Simon is about ready to join us, and let's go down on the field and join the coach, and he's got one of his young fans with him there. Coach, congratulations. Great performance this afternoon.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You got to love it. You got all that equipment on your head, and he's wanting to grab the one thing that we need to hear you with.
Yeah, that's how it usually works.
Boy, Corley certainly was double tough for you guys today. Great pitching performance by him.
Yeah, he coming at people, pitching down the zone. You know, it's a good day to hit, wind blowing out. He stayed down the zone, used all 3 pitches, kind of kept him off balance and kept him guessing.
Is it good to rebound at home after losing last night on the road at Norman North?
Yeah, it's always a good rebound anywhere. I mean, these guys, you know, they knew this was a big game for us, and you know, I'm a little unconventional that I'd let them know it's a big game, that we need them to come on and produce and put a little pressure on them, and they responded.
Well, you guys were state champs last year, and I talked to you a little bit before the contest. What would you like to see your team get better at as the season goes on in quest for a second straight state championship?
Just doing all the little things right, just keeping the right mentality at the plate. You know, in the middle innings there, and we kind of been doing it lately, is just kind of getting a little too laxed and not really, you know, keeping that mentality where you're, you know, something you can do successful. You know, that good mentality where you can be successful and have a chance to succeed. And then just, you know, pitching and defense-wise, just unforced errors, just coming at people and just making the routine plays.
Sounds good. Coach, thanks. Congratulations on the victory. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, Keenan Simon, he's the head coach for the Mustang Broncos as they get the victory here tonight, 11-1. Don't forget to join us again. More high school baseball action coming your way. Thursday, we'll be at UConn. The Norman Tigers taking on the UConn Millers. That'll be a 5 o'clock first pitch, and it'll be, again, live on channel 1333. Zeg, great night of baseball. Thanks for joining us.
Super job, my St. Louis brother.
There you go. Cardinals, they need some help, but we have to worry about the game coming up on Friday first and foremost, and we will do just that. For the rest of the crew, we want to thank everybody for tuning in this evening, and don't forget to join us again Thursday at 5 o'clock. Your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Mustang wins it 11-1 over Norman North.